feminine energies. Your first line of defense is the masculine energy you hold within you. And its honor and its commitment and devotion to upholding your feminine flow. So this is the first thing, right? Energetically. If we want to gravitate protection, we need that protection within. Mind you, throughout this whole video, I'm not saying whether this person had this or not. This is a circumstance, a situation that we can all learn from and relate to. Because if you've ever been in an experience where your life was in danger, and specifically as a feminine energy, and your life was in danger due to a masculine body being stronger than you. Source is very clever and has made everything divinely. Everything has manifested in wholeness and in balance. In balance, not imbalanced. So, being that masculine bodies have physical dominion, it would only make sense for feminine bodies to have spiritual dominion. Now, this is balance and this is protection on both parts. There's the evenness here. And although our masculine dominated society would like to think that spiritual power is lesser than physical power, that is not true. Today, I'm here to connect you with your spiritual power as a feminine energy, activate you back to your spiritual power. And if you already knowing of this power, this is a reminder of your power. And I'm going to have to exit a lot of politically correct notions because this is universal law. This has nothing to do with politics. But politics has everything to do with these universal laws of balance of masculine and feminine energy. So, 1. The first thing that we are reconnecting with, the knowing that we're reconnecting with, is that our masculine energy is our first line of defense. So what does this mean? Our masculine energy is our boundaries, our structures, our values, our integrity. That must be intact to gravitate the same energy on the outside of us in the external world. As within, so without. And ideally, with that, you're gravitating more energies on your side, on your force, to enforce your masculine energy that you have already inside. With that said, that doesn't mean that you're not going to gravitate all sorts of masculine energies externally. But this does not matter when you are connected to your masculine energy internally, because it will vet out those masculine energies that have harmful intentions for you. The second thought we are calling forward back into our knowing, back into our bodies, is that whenever you are running away from something, you can be sure that you will find it in another form. Whenever you are running away from something, you can be sure that you will find it in another form. Now, be clear on the fact that I did not say that whenever you're running away from something, it will catch up to you. These things do not need to chase you. When you are running away, you're going to be too busy running away. You're going to run right into what you are avoiding. We are connecting back with the energy of facing ourselves and facing our demons so that we don't run right into their lap. Now, in this particular example, and like I said, this will not be a politically correct video. And some people will really not like this because it really is difficult. It's one of the most challenging things on earth to face yourself. And in that facing is accountability. Now, I will never victim shame. I will never victim blame. And I will never say that victims deserve what they got. But you do have to take accountability about the fact that somehow you are an energetic match to whatever scenario. And let's just make it as simple as that. As simple as that. I know people don't like to hear this. And this is outside of children. I want to make that clear. And of course there's nuance, right? Of course there's nuance, right? All of our paths are different. And there's certain things that our souls came here to do, regardless of our energy and whatnot. So like I said, this is just an example. I'm not going to be politically correct. But this gal, she was in, at least from the outside, looking in, there were tweets about all these things that she found in black men that she did not like, right? Which is totally fine. Whatever. Like, people are going to be humaning. People are going to be doing what they're wanting to do. But then she finds herself in this very tragic situation. And whether it was the fiance, whether it was not, in a form that she was not expecting, right? So let's just leave that there. But I will say that whenever you're running away from something, you will find it in another form, and you will find it. You will go searching out for it. It does not have to find you. Now, connecting back with our last point of knowing. Our body senses things before our brain. Our body senses things before our brains. This is why it's very important to be connected to our bodies. Now, back to what I was saying about the feminine energy being dominating in the spiritual world. The feminine energy being the most powerful in the spiritual world. And I'll even go as far to say the feminine body. Because the feminine body cannot protect itself in this physical world without going to the spiritual plane. So we are connecting back with the knowing of always listening to our intuition, always listening to our bodies, even if it doesn't make sense to our brains.